At a time when the country is making advancements economically and witnessing overall development, taxation plays a very key important role. Today I am joined by Revenue Secretary Mr. Sanjay Malhotra to talk about taxation, GST and much more. Sir, today we saw in the budget there were changes in the personal income tax slab under the new tax regime. What do you think are going to be the ramifications with regard to this?
See, for us, the public of the country is the most important stakeholder. And so keeping in mind their interests, we have reduced tax rates in the new tax regime. There are three major announcements in that regard. Number one is the standard deduction for salaried, which increases from 50,000 to 75,000 rupees. Then for family pensioners, there is an increase of 10,000 rupees, and there is also for all others, including the salaried, rejigging a change in the tax rate so as to bring down the tax rate by a maximum amount of about 10,000 rupees. So a salaried person gets a relief of about 17,500 rupees in case he opts for the new tax regime. This we are also hopeful, will help in boosting consumption in the economy, because this means that there is more money in the hands of the public.
Sir, what is the rationale behind the short-term capital gain and the long-term capital gain? You have brought in changes. What is the rationale behind that?
The main rationale is to simplify taxation provisions. That has been a constant endeavor of the government for the last 5 years, 7 years. You are aware that in indirect taxation, a transformative change was brought in by the introduction of GST. That simplified taxation, made life simpler for all, for the trade and industry, while keeping the tax rates, the tax incidence low for the consumers. Similarly, the new corporate tax regime was introduced without exemptions and deductions. Personal income tax regime was introduced without exemptions and deductions. These are all moves to make taxation simpler so that it is easy to read, easy to understand, easy to implement for all. A number of announcements have been made with regard to this, even in this budget. Major being, this comprehensive review of the income tax laws, reduction in the number of rates of customs duties so as to reduce classification disputes, and a number of measures relating to capital gains being one, charities being another, TDS rates being reduced in this budget itself. So this exercise of changing the rates is more a rationalization, more a simplification, because till now the number of tax rates, both for long term and short term, as well as the holding periods, were different, which made the taxation very, very complex. So now both for short term and long term we have two primary rates, and for holding period also there is either 1 year for listed financial assets, and for all others it's 2 years. So it makes taxation simple.
I'm sure our viewers would want to know that the custom duty on gold, silver, platinum, mobile phones and mobile chargers has been reduced, and this comes at a time when India is a leading hub of mobile manufacturing. What was the thought process behind this custom duty reduction, sir?
So these are two different